Hello, I am Amit. The question is, Amir and Salman start running along a circular track whose circumference is 480 meters. Amir runs at 4 meters per second and Salman at 10 meters per second. If they run in clockwise direction starting from the same point and at the same time, after how long will they meet at a point which is diametrically opposite the starting point? Let us draw a diagram first. Solution. P is the point from where Amir and Salman start and Q is the point diametrically opposite the starting point, and the circumference of the circle is 480 meters. Time taken by Amir to reach at P at Q is equal to distance is 240 divided by speed is 4, which is equal to 60 seconds. Now Amir will reach to Q after every 480 by 4, that is 120 seconds. Hence first time he reaches to P after 60 seconds, then after 120 seconds, then after 120 seconds, and so on. Now Salman reached to Q after 240 by 10, that is 24 seconds. Now he will reach to Q for the first time after 24 seconds, then after 48 seconds, then after 48 seconds, and so on. So let us assume that when they meet, Amir has completed X rounds and Salman Y rounds. Then the equation is 60 plus 120x is equal to 24 plus 48y. This implies 120x minus 48y equal to minus 36. This implies 4y minus 10x is equal to 3. Now 4y is an even number and 10x is also an even number. Hence difference of two even numbers will always be an even number, but right hand side is an odd number. An even number never equals to an odd number. Hence they will never meet at Q. Hence answer option is 4th. Thank you. Hello, I am Amit. The question is, if A and B are running in a circular track in a direction opposite to that in which C is running, who in fact is running at twice and thrice the speed of A and B respectively, on the same track they start running from the same point. It is known that A's average speed is 3 meters per second and the track is 120 meter length. When will B after start find himself equidistant between A and C for the first time? Solution. First, try to find out the speeds of A, B and C. Speed of A is given as 3 meters per second and speed of C is twice the speed of A, is equal to 2 times the speed of A, which is equal to 3 times the speed of B. This implies speed of C is equal to 2 times of 3 equal to 3 times of speed of B. This implies speed of C is equal to 6 and speed of B is equal to 2 meters per second. Now let us draw a diagram. Let P is the point from where A, B and C start. Let A and B are moving in anticlockwise direction and C in clockwise direction. Now the diagram shows the situation when B after the start find himself equidistant between A and C for the first time, because A's speed is more than that of B and C is the fastest. So in the diagram, B is equidistant from A and C. That is, AB is equal to BC. This can further be written as PA minus PB is equal to PB minus PC. Let this situation occurs after t seconds they start. Now, TA is the time taken by A, is the distance travelled by A in time t, which is equal to speed into time. Speed of A is 3 and time taken is 3 seconds, minus PB is the distance travelled by B in 2 seconds, which is 2t, which is equal to 2t minus PC, distance travelled by C from P to C in anti-clockwise direction, will be equal to 120 minus 6t, which is equal to t is equal to 2t minus 120 plus 6t. This implies 7t is equal to 120. This implies t is equal to 120 by 7 seconds. On simplifying, we get the answer is 17.14 seconds. Hence, option is second. Thank you. Hello, I am Amit. The question is, in the previous question, when all three meet for the first time, how many rounds would C have completed? Solution. Let us draw a diagram first. P is a point from where the three persons start. Speeds are given as 3, 2 and 6 and the length of track is 120 meters. Now here we'll use the concept of relative speed. A and B will meet for the first time after a time which is equal to distance divided by relative speed, which is equal to distance is 120 divided by relative speed is 3 minus 2, because A and B are moving in the same direction, which is equal to 120 upon 1. Now A and C will meet for the first time after a time which is equal to distance is 120 divided by relative speed is 3 plus 6, because they are moving in opposite direction. Hence, relative speed will be sum of their speeds. So, this time is 120 upon 9. Means A and B will meet after every 120 seconds and A and C will meet after every 120 by 9 seconds. Hence, A, B and C will meet after a time interval which is equal to LCM of 120 and 120 by 9. Now we have the formula LCM of fractions is equal to LCM of numerators divided by HCF of denominators, which is equal to LCM of numerators are 120 and 120 divided by HCF of denominators are 1 and 9, which is equal to 120. Hence, all the three people will meet after 120 seconds. Now, number of rotations completed by C is equal to time divided by time per round, which is equal to total time required is 120 and time taken by C to complete one round is equal to 120 divided by speed of C is 6. Hence, number of rounds is equal to 6. Hence, option is third. Thank you. Hello, I am Amit. The question is, Ajay and Vijay are running along two square tracks. Vijay runs along a square track whose side is the diagonal of the square formed by the diagonal of Ajay's square track. Ajay track has 120 root 2 meter long diagonal and both start running in opposite to each other from a common point which is common vertex of the two square paths. Ajay's speed is 6 meters per second. Now the question is, if they meet for the first time after start when Ajay has covered 360 meters, then what is the speed of Vijay? The important points to be noted down in this question are, Vijay runs along a square track whose side is the diagonal of the square formed by the diagonal of Ajay's square track. Now the word diagonal has been used twice. So first draw a diagram. PQRS is the path on which Ajay travels, whose diagonal is PR and which is given as 120 root 2. Hence, side of Ajay's square track will be 120 meters. Now, taking PR as side, draw the square. So, the square will be VRTU, which is formed by the diagonal of the square PQRS as side. Hence, the side of this square will be 120 root 2. Now, taking TV as side, form a square which is the path of Vijay's square track, which will be like this. The square will be TWXV, whose side is root 2 times of 120 root 2, that is 120 root 2 into root 2, which is equal to 240. Now, Ajay and Vijay will be moving from point P in opposite direction. So, Ajay will move along the path PQRS and Vijay will move along the path VXWT. This is the required diagram. Now, the question says, if they meet for the first time after the start when Ajay has covered 360 meters, then what is the speed of Vijay? Ajay has covered 360 meters means Ajay has travelled along the path PQRS, that is from P to Q, Q to R and R to S. That is, Vijay has reached to point S. So, Vijay has travelled a distance VXWTS. Distance travelled by Ajay is equal to 120 plus 120 plus 120, which is equal to 360 meters. Therefore, time required is equal to distance, that is 360, divided by speed of Ajay, which is given as 6 meters per second. In the same time, distance travelled by Vijay is equal to 240 plus 240 plus 240 plus 120. Therefore, time taken is equal to 840 divided by speed of Vijay is suppose V. This implies 840 by V is equal to 360 by 6, because time required by both will be the same. This implies V is equal to 14 meters per second, which is the required answer. Hence option is second. Thank you. Hello, I am Amit. The question is, after what time will Ajay and Vijay meet again at the starting point for the first time after start? Use data from the previous question if necessary. Solution. Now, the two people are meeting at the starting point. So, here we'll use the concept of LCM. Time required by Ajay to complete the path once is equal to distance upon speed. Distance travelled will be 120 into 4 divided by speed is 6 meters per second. Hence, the time required will be 480 divided by, and similarly, time required by Vijay to cover the entire path once is equal to total distance, that is 240 into 4 divided by speed is 14 meters per second, which is equal to 960 divided by 14. Hence, the time after which they will meet again at the starting point is LCM of these two times, that is LCM of 480 by 6 and 960 by 14, which is equal to LCM of 480 and 960 divided by HCF of 6 and 14, which is equal to 960 divided by 2 equal to 480 seconds, which is equal to 480 divided by 60 minutes equal to 8 minutes, which is the required answer. Hence option is second. Thank you.